Hey, everyone, what's going on? What's going on? Guess what? We are back and we are excited because we got some real table topics to talk about. Um, this is what this episode today is about. Welcome to our show. Let's talk about it with Rev J. Of course, I'm Rev J and my host, my younger sister, Joy. What's going on?
Hey guys, what's going on with you?
And today we also have a special guest, not a guest, but we'll say a virtual friend that we never met in person yet.
Hi, Joy. Hi, Rev. How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on, Saveda? Saveda.
Everything is
Again, we met
good.
Saveda some months ago. We were on
Mhm.
another podcast with someone else we knew, and we connected with her and her bestie Isaac, and we've been like virtual friends since
Yep.
then.
Yeah, we
Hopefully,
have.
one day we get to see each other in person,
Yeah.
and what's the name. So but
Rev,
today
you live in Jersey too?
hmm
yeah, yep.
Okay. Well, when I go visit my son soon, I will definitely hit you guys up. My son live in Jersey.
Oh wow,
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah, my
Where at?
oldest does.
What part?
Bud Lake. You know,
Bud Lake?
That's like yeah,
I never heard of
like
that.
Ocean County, I think it is.
it's about 45 minutes from New York.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In that area there. Look, I just be going where the GPS takes me. That's all. But I
I
definitely
feel
hit
you.
you guys up when I go visit because it will be soon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let
Okay.
us know. Let us know. We
Yeah.
we'll make some plans. Go hang out, do
Yeah.
whatever. Is
Okay.
Ozzy coming with you?
I don't know. He might come with me, but typically when I go see my son, I go spend time with just, mommy and
In
son.
some
And
time.
yeah, yeah,
I get that.
We
yeah.
got it. We get it. We get it. No problem. Yeah, just hit us up. We here.
Yep.
All right.
All right, guys. So let's talk about it now. These are so many topics. Are topics that people have came and said, "Know what? You guys should do a show about this." we,
hmm
we begin this all the time. So guess what? If you have something that you like us to talk about, or you want to talk about, let us know. And guess what? We're
We'll
talking
talk
about
about
it.
it.
So today, first, we're going to talk about um, family boundaries. So Joy, my Joy, shared a clip from the Breakfast Club.
hmm
Joy, tell me how you thought about talk about this.
Okay, so prior to me seeing it on a Breakfast Club, I spoke to Josh. I was talking to Josh' wife. We were out at my other brother's house, chilling, hanging out, talking, and the conversation of family and boundaries and things of that sort came up. Then a few weeks prior to that, I was talking to my other cousin, Coach B, which some of you guys know from the show. And we were talking about family boundaries and basically, how people view people in death and stuff like that when family members die. And so when I seen this, I sent the clip to Josh and I was like, oh man, we got to talk about this. I said, because I know that in our minds, we've been so conditioned that if you're family, automatically it's like, no matter what, y'all stick together. No matter what, you need to be there for your family. And even though I believe in some of that, um, I am very, very, very I don't believe I'm one of the type of people that say my closest friends, that's who I consider my family. I don't think just because we have the same blood, like y'all have to realize I have a whole side of family that we don't even know due to bad blood and whatever else happened. When I tell you we have no idea who these people are, we have no idea who these people are at all. And so I wouldn't consider those people my family. I know that we're related to a bunch of people, um, but to me, they're not my family because I don't know them. And I feel like just because you have the same bloodline, that doesn't make you family. That just make you related.
Mhm.
And so I was just, like, I wonder how people feel about that, because I know that there's sometimes people feel, almost chokehold to have these relationships, or certain relationships that might be that might not be any good for you. They might not serve you in any kind of way. It might just be a draining relationship, but you're like, oh, that's my sister, that's my brother, that's my father, that's my mother. So my question was, is there a relationship where those boundaries, you shouldn't really set those boundaries, where you can't cut those people off? Or is it like, do you, like cousins you can cut off, aunts you can cut off, but if it comes down to your parents, do y'all believe y'all can cut your parents off, or that people should? You think that
if that parent is unhealthy in your life, for me, it doesn't matter if it's family or not. If you're unhealthy in my life, then you get cut off like anybody else. I think whenever you're our family, mom, dad, sister, brother, I feel like there are rules and regulations and between a relationship with blood relatives that has the same boundaries that you would someone else that's not even kin to you. I mean, if you have a mother or father who is disrespectful to you, your children, your household, then they get the same exit as anybody else. You might talk to them and say, hey, that wasn't nice. But if they continue to do it, then I just have to put up boundaries and say, hey, you're just not allowed in my home anymore till you correct the actions, those negative actions that you dictate towards me and my family. So yeah, they get the same exit.
What about you, Josh? You think you cut your parents off?
I would try not to.
Y'all are PKs. I don't know how y'all gonna do it.
I would try not to. I would try to give my family and my parents a huge benefit out, a huge.
So you'll let them disrespect whatever over and over and over again.
Oh, then I had to cut them off to protect myself.
Right.
Like if I had family that was my parents that were actually doing negative things to me, or disrespecting me, or couldn't respect my house, and again, if you come to my house and can't respect it, I don't care who you are. At the wild tonight, just don't come over.
Right.
Like,
but would you keep that relationship?
I'm not going to invite you over. Say again?
Would you still talk to them every day if that's the nature of your relationship? Like, even though they can't come to your house, would you still talk to them on the phone every day?
Well, no. See, again, if I went that far and I invite you to my house, I'm probably not going to talk to you. And trust me, I'm busy enough when I don't need to talk to you.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, what about your children?
My children?
Yeah. What about Joshy? Could you ever see at any point?
Prayerfully, we never have to get to that point. But hey, when it comes to when you have to, something like even children actually turn on you sometimes. They're turning you. Now again, if it's a child, as long as he's underage, I will put up with it. But as soon as you turn 18, hey, now you're a grown man. You got if you're gonna talk big, go out there and live the big life. But again, I would do, because he's my child. I would. Brad said kids can smoke too. I agree. But because he's my child, I would do my best and work the hardest to really not cut off, because again, I understand they may not understand what he's doing, but prayerfully, we can not get to that point. That's why I do my best to work on a relationship now, so we can have some type of connection.
What about you, Savannah? Because we know you love your babies now. Ain't nobody gonna come in between Savannah and her babies. Now,
that's true. But my middle son, who's 32 years old, I didn't cut him out of my life, but I kicked him out of my house. Of course, he's grown, but I mean, 3 years ago, I kicked him out of my house. He has his own place now, but he was dragging me down. Like, he was stressing me out so bad. In 2014, I ended up in the hospital from a stress attack. So in order to protect my peace, I don't care who you are, I'm going to remove you out of my life to save my life.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think as parents, as children of our parents and so on, I think we get to a point where some of us believe love is thicker than anything else. But for me, my peace is thicker than anything else now, because I've lived a long time through heartaches and pains and trials and tribulations, whether it's been family or non-relatives. And so now I'm at a time in my life where, oh my God, peace come before anything. So if I lose people that I like and enjoy being with, or even love, and even if that's blood people or even just great friends, if you're breaking my peace in my home, in my mind, I got to get rid of you.
Okay.
I agree. What
Now-
about you, Joy? Would you
What?
kick your baby out and cut her off?
Angelica?
Yeah.
Nah, son. Nah.
Even if she was really just he all of a sudden just flipped and started wreaking havoc in your life.
Nah. I can't see it. I ain't
What?
even gonna hold
Okay.
that.
I'm just saying, what? Just hypothetically speaking.
Years ago, I had a dream that Angelica killed a roommate of hers.
Ooh, Jesus.
And in the dream, I was literally trying to think of how I can get rid of the body. And if it came back so that she can get off, I'll go into jail because I'm like, all right, I got a little bit more G in my blood. You know what I'm saying? I can handle jail. I know she can't. She'll break. Like, this is how much I'm obsessed with this little girl. Like, I would move mountains if I could. For my daughter, I don't see there being anything in this world that could make me say, nah, Jill, I gotta cut you off. Like, I would continue. I'm that mother that would be like, oh, she done killed everybody and be in the courtroom like that. Nah, my baby is better than that. Y'all don't understand. They had to do something to her to make her kill everybody. Like, I'm that mother.
I don't know. No, I'm like, hey, you committed a crime. Guess what? If they come talk to me, I better know who you are.
Oh gosh, Josh, you gonna snitch on Joshy?
Well, you go to jail for like aiding and abetting, right?
I'll do the time. Like,
get that, yeah.
I would do it. I would do the time for her.
I'm a ride or die for my children if they in the right, but if they in the wrong, I am that mom to be like, you need to turn yourself in.
I'm gonna tell my son, hey, you commit a crime, the cop come knock on my house.
What if they did it and it was a mistake? Like, in a dream, she was fighting the girl and it was like a mistake. Like, she mistakenly killed the girl by accident.
We get a lawyer and we fight it the right way, but I'm not gonna be hiding you.
You ain't gonna try to hide the body or nothing.
Oh hell no! I mean, Jesus, Jesus. No, Joy, hell not hide nobody. See, Rep, see, Joy did it.
Get that, yo. Look at this. When my son get old enough, I was, hey, son, hey, you do wrong, you gotta pay consequences. I'm telling you, yeah. I'm gonna do my best.
Because the reason why now, if my daughter was like a hellraiser from a kid, I would probably feel like, yeah. But I feel like I tried my best to make sure she has all of the good. Like, I tried to make sure she was around all good people, not around toxic people, not around a bunch of foolishness. And I feel like, sometimes things happen. Sometimes, a bad fight could end up with somebody being dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could be scared and get into
a lawyer
and mess around and kill someone.
Get a lawyer. Get a good lawyer.
My daughter Adriana, the way you describe your baby, that's
exactly. You let your baby through jail.
Huh?
You let your baby go to jail. That sweet little girl that's doing her thing.
Yeah.
You said yeah?
Yeah. I don't do jail for nobody, so I'm not doing the bed with nobody.
I ain't doing a bid for nobody.
I ain't doing no bid.
Listen, I went to jail for some traffic tickets in the 90s. Do you remember me? I had $3,500 worth of traffic tickets. I was a speed queen, baby. Let me tell you something. They came on my job and got me.
Wow.
I didn't have that type of money. And so I stayed in jail for 8 days. I cried the entire 8 days.
Really?
I don't do jail, baby, for nobody, including my kids. Hey, the people that was in there for stuff way more than traffic ticket, they said, girl, shut up. You'll be out.
You'll be out a week. I think I agree. Again, we need to let family know that, hey, there's boundaries. Mm-hmm. I will let I can let some people know that have done me wrong. I say, hey, the next time it happens, hey, I'm gonna just gonna direct everybody to you. You are. And people know me right now. They know I would do it. I will do it. They know that Joshua, as nice as I am, as calm as I am, let me tell you something. I will actually do it.
Josh will do it.
I'm the one to be like, let me get my purse. Let me show you what it says.
You know what? I'm like, come follow me. Come follow me.
Yes, indeed.
That is crazy.
Jay said,
what if your relative steals money from you or use your credit card? See now,
you going to jail.
That's identity theft right there.
Look. I just had somebody this past week trying to steal my identity, and I was definitely down at the police station, and I was in there trying to get my boyfriend's cousin, who's a detective, to run the IP address. I was trying to go in.
Okay.
And so now my thing is, if you stole from me, to this day, I have people who are my cousins who have done me wrong that I don't claim because they stole. Because I feel like if you grind me enough to steal, like for real, I don't want you to be because I realize I know me. I'm not the type of girl that automatically call the cops. If I know who you are, you're gonna catch these hands first. And then from there we'll go on and on.
Then we go to the police station.
Yeah, then we go to the police station. But I'm gonna get mine first before the cops, do whatever they gotta do to you. I need to get mine first. So I realized the type of person that I am, I try to just eliminate those people out of my life. Just so like I said, those are like cousins of mine. Now I believe when it comes down to my brothers, they have a little bit more leeway because it's like they're my brothers. So they can do some stuff that I might find that's messed up or whatever. I'm not just going to automatically cut them out of my life because they bring more to my life than maybe that one mishap. Now, if they continue to steal, then I probably just be like, you know what? I probably, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't let them in my house. But I still talk to them and still bug out with them. But they just won't come to my house. This is the
thing. So I was watching something on Instagram one day, and I can't remember who it was. It was a celebrity that he said, would you rather love a person or trust a person? And I said, trust the person. He said trust the person because trusting the person goes a long way because he gave the example of, he said, we love our family, but if Uncle so-and-so, you know that Uncle so-and-so ain't nothing but a thief, and you leave him at your house and somebody call and say, hey, so-and-so made up town, he said, you're going to turn all the way back around.
Yeah.
Go to your house because you know how Uncle so-and-so is. He said, I love him. He said, but I don't trust him. He said, so I like to have people in my life that I can trust because trusting somebody goes a long way. You can look. I love you. I love talking to you guys. So
we love talking to you too.
Is love, no matter who you are. But when you, I would rather somebody to say, "I trust you," because that tells me I have done something in my life to show that I'm a trustworthy person. I can say I love somebody all day long.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I learned that I believe that I agree that it is more better to trust somebody than to love them. You can love anybody. Yeah. And again, if you can't trust me, I'm like, hey, there's no sense of us even talking anymore.
Right.
Especially if if I have not given you anything to be untrustful about. And number two, if I can't trust you, there's no way we're gonna be around each other because again, I'm not around people I don't trust.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So again,
I don't ever want to have to be around a person, and like if I'm talking to them and I say, "Now don't you go back and tell this." Now they don't tell you run your mouth too much.
if you gotta put those stipulations in it, yeah. Now,
yeah, I don't deal with those people.
Us now.
Right. But I always tell people, I always say one thing. I always tell people is that with me, I want to say people. if I said it behind your back, I'll definitely tell you to your face. Like, I'm not the type of person because I can't stand people who throw stones and hide their hands. Like, I'm very, very. Now, I'm not gonna just come out and be rude and be like, oh, well, X, Y, and Z. But if it ever came back up and you said, well, Joy, did you say X, Y, and Z? And if I said it, I'll tell you, oh, yeah, I did say that. Yeah. And I'll give you the reasons why. Like, because I feel like one thing I tell people all the time, you go, whoever, whenever you meet me, however you meet me, whether it's in church, whether it's out in the streets, whether it's at work, you always gonna get the same joy. It's never gonna be a different type of joy ever. Like, no matter where I'm at, that's the person you're gonna get. And I live off of that because I feel like at least everybody who knows me know, like, look, that's Joy.
You know what? It's so funny that you said that. I have a friend named Rashad that lives in Texas. And I was talking to him last night. And one thing I love about Rashad, I don't care who's in the room. He's somebody that I can trust behind my back, because you can't come to him and say, Saveda, nothing negative about Saveda, because he's going to check you. I ain't even got to be there. And I already know he's going to check you. Because like
that's a good friend.
He'll say, I know Saveda. He said, now, if you tell her something, she ain't going to tell it. But if you go lie about it and then they come back and ask her, you better know she going to tell the truth on what happened.
Yeah. 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 That's the way to be.
Yes.
And everyone, I just wanted to know that this conversation was on the Breakfast Club with the author. Give me the name is Nidra Tawwab. Nidra Glover Tawwab. She has a book out called Drama Free: A Guide to Managing Unhealthy Family Relationships. And let me tell you something. There's no hurt like family hurt.
Family hurt. Yeah.
And unfortunately, when we hurt people that are the closest to us. But at the same time, though, we must understand that there are consequences. Because again, like I know a lot of you. Right. I have even family that I only let them in certain parts of my life. Because again, I can't trust you like that. You know, I'm trying to do too much to be letting you come in and stress me out and me complaining. And my solution to that is, hey, I'll just keep you here, and we still talk on the phone. But that's as far as it'll go for the most part. But again, if it's even worse than that, depending on who it is, we just won't even talk on the phone.
Yeah.
You know,
well, Josh better than me because I won't talk to you. Period.
That's me. Once you cut me, I mean, I still talk to you, you know, but you better know it's gonna be at a distance. That feed you with a long handle spoon type of situation.
Yeah.
I'm always into extending grace because, like, for example, I know families. I've heard stories of families who have all against two brothers and sisters have all against each other's, and now they have kids. They don't even let the children see each other. And to me, you know, again, you know, hey, don't let your children suffer for what happened to you two, because I think that's the worst thing that happened, man. You know, life. Unfortunately, some people are just people. I'm sorry.
They're just trash. That's what Josh was saying. Some people just trash. Some y'all just trash.
Right. You're right. One thing I truly believe in, we can say I'm sorry so many times, but it comes to a time that you have to look at that person and be like, that's just who they are.
Exactly.
Like like we all keep saying people can change. Yes, they can change, but that's just who that person is.
Yeah.
They can straighten up, and they can.
That's who they choose to be.
But that's just who that person is, and so then you have to take that in consideration. Is that the person you want to deal with, even if it's negative or not? And for me, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. My mind is so far off where I don't want no bull crap going on. I just want peace. Like, we choose drama in our life. You can deal with drama, or you can beat the drama or not. And I just choose not to be neither one.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think it's important to talk about and really just let family members know, hey, you know, there are boundaries. And if you, and again,
say, now my mom, like, my family's close. My children, my siblings, we're all close. It's that extended family that I be like,
Uh,
like I ain't going to the family reunion.
oh no.
Somebody else do it.
Oh, wow, that's I would go. I would go. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I go to a family reunion. I just don't, the people I just don't frequent, I just ain't gonna talk to. Like I'm
Yeah.
one type, I'm bold enough to just not talk to you and tell you, you better not talk to me.
Right.
Because I would come up out this wig at a family reunion now. Don't think I'm too cute that I would I come up out a wig in a second on you. I'm like,
But I learned this though. If a person wrong you, eventually the relationship itself will subside.
yeah.
And there'll be nothing to talk about because
Yeah.
the root word of relationship is relate.
Mhm.
And again, if a person's one way and another person that way, and they still haven't grown up yet, like they're gonna be like, why you don't talk to me? Well, I'm just different. I'm not. Again,
Yeah.
if you want to talk
Grew
to
out
me,
of- right.
you gotta be willing to
Grown different ways.
come up to my level in a sense. I think somebody said this. We never debate with people who are not on our level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. I say, again, in order for a relationship to be and for it to be close, you have to keep trying to find a way to relate with the person that you want to relate with. For example, my brother and I, we bowled together. Before then, we were close, but we weren't that close. But I think through us bowling together, and now we live a little closer. We're getting closer as old as being adults. So again, you got to keep finding things to relate with. In other words, I must do things that you like, and you must do things that
Right.
I like. So again, you got to go to family reunions. You got to go to events to interact with your family. So
One of the things I liked about I have my friend Tiny. I'm a morning person. Like even though when I get off this podcast tonight, my body naturally wakes up between 4:30 and 5 o'clock every morning. I don't have
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. It just does that no matter what time I go to bed. But she's not a morning person. I am. And so we had a girls' night out not too long ago. And so I spent the night over to her house. And so we made this rule. Look here. You're a morning person and she's a night. At night, at 10 o'clock at night, I really don't want nobody calling me unless it's an emergency because that's my peace time. But in the morning time, I'm ready to talk, girl. I'm ready to talk up a storm. And so Tiny is like, okay, you don't bother me at night and I won't bother you in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. We got a deal.
Hey.
Yep.
there you go. Called a compromise.
Yes,
Yeah.
compromising.
All right, so let's talk about the next topic here. Next topic is how to tell someone you love the truth. I mean, this is like one of the
And
hard
then
things.
Josh and my dad came up with this
Yes.
I can't wait to hear what y'all have to say because
My father and I was talking, and we were talking about when you should tell a person the truth and why you should tell them the truth. I believe that you always can't tell the person the truth. And it's, hold on a second. I know somebody got up. I think it must. I think you can, but you must do it strategically. I believe when telling somebody the truth, depending on what it is, timing is everything.
I agree to that, but what is something that you would not tell somebody?
Well, it depends. It depends. It depends. It all depends.
No, because if you and your father came up with that,
Well, my dad didn't come up with this. I came with this. There's
so
something.
what is something that you could not tell the person that you love?
Say you have a spouse, and they say, "How do I look?"
Really, Josh?
Depends.
That's one thing I think you should definitely tell the truth on with your spouse. To your
What? Savita, tell us how should we go about telling a person the truth?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with telling somebody the truth, but I would never let my great friend now she labels me as her best friend, Tiny. I would never let her put on an outfit that
And look
got her.
crazy.
Yeah, they got her looking crazy. She thinking she got a looking like she got a BBL, and she looking like she got a looking like a hot mess. I would never let her go out looking a hot mess. So no, you need to tell whether it's your wife, your
What
sister.
about no, what about somebody? I mean, somebody you love, somebody like because somebody you're intimate with is different than like a friend. I'll tell my friend anything,
There's
but
so
somebody
many because there's so many times I don't went to concerts, comedy shows, and I'm looking at these women do that with their man. And like, did you really let your woman come out the house like that? Like, come on, we ain't talking. We're talking about some extra large women now. You know, ain't nothing
mm,
wrong with some extra because I'm extra. I got extra fat on me, but I know how to wear my clothes where if I'm
It
gonna
compliments.
yeah, if I'm gonna turn a head, it's gonna be turning heads like, oh, she's cute, but
Mhm.
not like what in the God's name she got on. So I feel like y'all men need to stop it right now. Just because you love her, don't mean you shouldn't have the guts to say, babe, now you know that ain't right.
that's not working.
That ain't made for everybody. It might say fit all, but
One size fit all.
One
Yeah,
size
it
fit
was
all.
talking
No,
about
no,
your
no, no.
size though.
get somebody else to do
But
it.
I like, and also again, I think like when you say it, um, how you say it, because some people, like, again, you can tell somebody the truth, and they would take an offense. What'd you say about that? When you tell somebody something, Joy, and they take offense.
I try. If I love you, I'm not going to try to offend you at all.
Right.
Like I would not. Now I would tell you a whole roundabout story. I'll beat around that mulberry bush real hard, just not to hurt your feelings. Because I realize that I feel like if you know that person, then you know what they're sensitive about. You know what their insecurities are. You know how they handle criticism. So I feel like it depends on the person. How you can go about telling them the truth. Sometimes it has to be real smooth and soft and just like, well, babe, oh, why don't you just put that shirt on? You know what I'm saying? You're not saying you look crazy in that shirt. You might just be like, why you don't put that shirt on? Or, maybe that dress might do you good. Well, try that other outfit.
Yeah.
Depending on how they may feel about themselves. Now, I know people who, people who just let themselves go. And I would never tell them that. I would just be like, oh, like, unless they come and ask me. Now, if they came and asked me, then I would have to be honest. But until then, like, I would never tell none of my girlfriends, like, girl, you don't let yourself go. And I had people in my life who were like that, who would just who would see somebody from years ago. I remember one time I was out with one of my ex-husbands. And he seen somebody, I guess he went to high school with. And, it was like, hey, what's up going on? He was like, man, you look like it. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, why did you tell? And it took everything in me not just bust out laughing because I was like, this Negro is mad disrespectful. But that's the personality he had. He has this, he doesn't have a filter. Like the first thing that comes to his head, his mind, he blurts out. Mm-hmm. So I'm not that type of cruel. So if I love you, even if I don't love you, I'm still not gonna be rude to you. I just don't believe being rude and disrespectful. He just that dude, that's just the way he is. But I believe that when you love someone, you really, really, really have to care about them. Now, what I will tell people I lie about, like if you cheating, well, let me not say that to y'all.
No, I didn't hear that.
Go ahead.
But like there's some things like if you this is gonna sound bad, y'all, but y'all take this however y'all want to take it. This sounds bad though. I'm telling y'all from the beginning, this sounds bad. If you cheated one time and you wasn't planning on doing it again, right? It was just like a one hit or quitter, one and done. I say take that to your grave. Don't you go in your house and feel like you need to be honest. Even if they's like, is there anything you want to tell me? Is there anything you ever?
I'm like,
never told me?
Nope.
Like, I never told you. No, I ain't never had nothing I ain't need to tell you. Because I feel like if one mistake, if it's gonna destroy everything you done built, Just take that to your grave.
All I know is I ain't never mistakenly fell on top of a penis. So it ain't cheating, ain't no mistake, Joy.
That, oh, oh, that was on purpose.
Well, I can say I can say this. I feel like nobody should cheat. However,
Mhm.
if we are broken up and we had went our separate ways, and then
Uh-huh.
what I did during that time of our separate ways is my business. If you ask me, did I sleep somebody while we was on our break? And I say, yeah, I don't feel like you should get mad because we weren't together anymore. But that's not cheating.
I
That's a,
don't know. I'm like Shaggy. It wasn't me. It wasn't.
Now, what if the guy asked you though? What if he asked you like, who was
Deny,
better?
deny. You better have some evidence. Have a hardcore proof. 'Cause I'm
I'm
denying.
gonna tell y'all something. Y'all look at this movie called Infidelity on Amazon Prime. And y'all will see why it's important to tell the truth to your spouse if you cheated.
One time,
I don't think so. Me personally, I'm like
one
this.
time,
I
Savannah.
think because you don't know what's gonna hit you in the butt in the future.
Hey, let it come. Let it come.
Man, no. Man, no.
Josh, like, I'll
You
do
look at
it.
it. Look at this. You better bring some evidence. You better bring some.
Well, I guess it just depends on the person too. Like for me, I think I'm by like Joy. I have a mindset that think more like a dude. Like I'm not the feminine type of why you do me like that.
Yeah.
I'm not. It is what it is, dude. We grown.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But when you make it a pattern, and continue
Yeah,
to
then
do
you
it,
just
that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
That's
Because now you out here in the streets making me look bad. Now I can't take that.
Well, I think again, I think you should tell a person the truth if he's gonna be a pattern. You might say, you know what? I don't think I can be faithful to you.
Well, they ain't gonna say that. They just might be like, I got Keisha pregnant, and you be like, oh,
yep. By that time they don't have to tell something because in 9 months.
they gotta tell. That's the reason why they tell.
But you know what? I don't think I've never understood cheating. Like, why not just say, "Hey, this ain't working for me." The sex.
It's not about that.
I think the reason why, because when you love somebody, you really don't want to hurt them. You really don't want to hurt them.
See, Josh, that's the wrong answer to give because you know what my mind is at right now.
Where's your mind at?
I heard them. Why cheat then?
Because that's why. If you told somebody,
get it together, because Tracy and these companies.
If you told somebody you're gonna cheat, it wouldn't be cheating.
No,
but I think this. I think, for example, I know people who have told somebody the truth and pretty much embarrass them in public, which I wouldn't do.
Yeah, nah.
Because again, I don't want to hurt that person. So I was just locking up. I'm gonna give a good example. Somebody said this. Somebody asked somebody, "Do you love this person?" And the person said, "No." Oh, no, person said, "No."
Don't say that.
No, it was a no. They know they know how I feel. Me personally, I would have said yes, because I wouldn't want to embarrass the person in front of all her friends.
So even if you didn't love her, you would say you love her just to save face.
Then we went home. I said, you know, I don't like.
See, now I wouldn't get all that.
Again, I wouldn't have done that to her. Again, I believe if you really love somebody, you don't want to hurt them. Now look at this. The person that did that, they broke up, of course, eventually.
I hope they did.
Because me personally, if you love somebody, you don't want to hurt them. If a person they love you, they're not gonna want to disrespect you in public because they love you. They want to hurt you. I think same thing with if cheat. A person cheats. It's not that they don't love the person. They probably can't. They may not like the person, and don't have the guts right now to tell a person. Also, oftentimes a person don't tell the truth is because of the reaction that they think they're going to receive.
Oh, I can already tell you.
Most of the time, if a man if anybody tell anybody the truth, they know there's going to be a harsh and rash reaction.
I just would rather for someone to say, look, you ain't my cup of tea no more. I want to see other people. And just don't waste my time. I think I get more upset that you wasted my time all these years or
I
all
agree.
these weeks when you could just be honest and say, look, this ain't working out for me, and then keep it moving. But when you waste my time and prolong all this and I'm falling in love or I'm already in love,
Make all your plans.
yeah, you know, playing like you
See-
all happy, then that's when Shaquana come out of me.
Not Shaquana.
No, I agree.
I don't know.
I think somebody said this. I agree. I think you should tell the person the truth. One, because so there's no misunderstanding about how it really is, what it really is.
What if you cheat on them?
No, before you cheat on them.
I don't know nobody gonna tell anybody before they cheat on them.
Well,
Now, years ago, I was
no,
an
listen,
avid cheater.
look, you don't
cheated
say again?
because I cheated because one, I was just selfish. Let's be honest. All cheaters are selfish people. They're just very, very selfish people who basically care about their own needs and what their own gains. That's the reason why they get a little bit from over here, a little bit from over there. They don't want to lose none of it. They just want the little bit. They're not fully, anybody who cheats isn't fully committed to, I just want all of you. They just want pieces of you that they want. And they found somebody else to give them the other pieces of them. So when I used to, gather my few,
A buffet.
it was, there was some stuff that I was getting from this person. There's some stuff I was getting from that person. And it wasn't that and honestly, truthfully, as much as I needed to love some of these guys, and some of these guys were some really, 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 really good men. But me being caught up in my own desires and what I wanted and being selfish and realizing that they're giving their all to me. I didn't see it like that. I just felt like, all right, well, he got this and he does that. Oh yeah. And then somebody else come with another, good offer. And I'm like, oh, well, I can take that too. Now let me try to juggle it. Oh, somebody else got another good offer. Let me take that too. But you're not going to be honest. Now, the only men that I've ever been honest with and told them like, yeah, I cheated, were men that I knew that wasn't going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
That part.
So I knew that wasn't going to go nowhere. So I could be honest and be like, yeah, I need to talk to you. Yeah, I done messed up. I done slipped up. And they're going to get mad. They're going to have they fix. But I knew they're going to be like, all right, well, let's see if we can work it out. Okay. And then guess what? A few months later, exactly. I was back out. Because I feel like if you accept it the first time, you're going to accept it the other time. You can't get enough of this.
I don't think that. I don't. Some people do think like that. But I think again, I think there probably was not enough discovery or conversation of why you couldn't just be with that one person.
Well, I don't think men really want to know, because the only questions they'll ask is, who was it? If you don't tell them who it was, or do I know this person? 2 is, are they better than me? Were they better?
Did you?
Why do we want to know it? Why do we want to know that stuff? I'm like, just.
I know. I've never cheated, but I have been cheated on. But I do know men. The first thing they would ask is, I'm gonna use the Caucasian term. Did you give him a blowjob?
Not the Caucasian term.
And for whatever reason, if a woman did do that, it's like drive a man crazy. Like, how why would you do that type of thing?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
so Savannah, how do we go about telling somebody that you love the truth?
You just say it. Like for me, to be honest with you, I don't have an issue with just saying it, but it's respect for manner. But I'm able to do that because I don't care if it's raw and uncut. I don't care. Just tell me the truth. because I'm gonna give you the same courtesy. Just tell me the truth. And then nowadays, as two adults, let's just go ahead, sit down, have a conversation. And since you out there doing your own thing, don't try to say you want to save what we got. Let's just go separate and do our own thing.
Yeah.
And then that way you can dib and dab peacefully. And I can keep moving myself. And we too old. I'm 46 years old.
I agree. I
just want to come home in peace. Oh my God.
But I think again, the person you're telling the truth to needs to make sure that there's an environment to tell the truth.
Right.
I think that's where the problem comes in at. Because most time when a person thinks I'm gonna tell the truth, they think about this. Oh my God, if I tell the truth, I know it's gonna come afterwards. But
Josh, I'm gonna tell you guys something. The one time that I know for a fact that I got cheated on, this is many years ago. This is why it's important that I feel like people should tell the truth. The guy that I was dating back in the 90s, his name is Murad. And when I speak my truth, I won't say names. I'm gonna say names. His name was Murad. So the girl that he was cheating on me with back in 92, I was working in Walmart. This heifer was coming through my line. And I never knew who she was. All this time. She had came through my line so much. I'd be like, hey girl, come, a good customer service. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. It's so good.
BFS with the girl.
Let me tell you something. When the stuff hit the fan, I was like, how was he able to cheat? We're together all the time. Well, I worked during the day at Walmart. He worked at night during the night at Walmart. He was taking lunch breaks, but he was taking sex breaks too.
Wow.
So
that worked.
She worked at this restaurant called Whataburger. So that's how they met, him going through Whataburger line getting his food. And this is the caveat to everything. I think I'm a cute woman. Think I'm sexy and all that. He cheated on me with this big old fat white woman. If anybody watching this, I'm not discriminating. I'm just describing how she looks. So people have to understand that when you think, oh, he ain't gonna do this and that because I'm all this and I'm all that. The way I look, that don't mean nothing because he cheated on me with this. I know she was 3+.
Oh man,
her name.
I agree.
And I remember asking him. I said, we're friends now because we can talk about it with people. But I remember many years ago asking him after the fact. I said, why did you cheat on me? I said, I served you. I mean, you couldn't write down nothing negative about me. And this Negro said, you weren't sucking penis. And back then, back in the 90s, I was not. Back in the 90s, the white girls was tearing it up.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
He said she was doing things down there that you did not do. Let me tell y'all something. From that moment forward, after that relationship, girl was watching porn, I learned how to suck a penis in 2.5 seconds.
Let me go learn them tricks. I'm being too conservative over here.
It is really crazy that most of the time when people cheat, they're not cheating with, like, you would think in your mind they cheating. And I get offended. I've been cheated on a few times, and I'm always offended. Now, if you could cheat on me with a baddie, where I'm like, yo, sis got it. I get it. Like, if I was to do it, I'd do it too. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody and I'm like, yo, I remember one time I was dating this guy and he was like texting back and forth and it was his ex.
Yeah.
But then they had pictures, like, they were sending pictures back and forth, and I seen her. And I was just like, and mind you, it was like mad early in the morning. And I remember going to him, I'm like, yo, nigga, wake up. And he like, yo, what? I'm like, yo, you cheating on me with this?
Right.
I was like, yo, with this? How you gonna disrespect me out here in these streets? Cheating on me with this? And he's like, yo, you mad disrespectful right now. I said, nah, you mad disrespectful, yo.
Right.
At least if you gonna cheat, get a baddie. Someone I can't be mad at, because I can be like, oh, I can make sense of you cheating in my mind with someone who is better looking or, more accomplished or something.
Yeah.
But don't let her be like a regular schmegler where I'm just like, nah, I know I'm better than this. Now I'll tell you, I'm not the best of it at anything.
Yeah.
But I know I was better than that. And I was heated. And I remember when we talked a little bit later afterwards, and I told him, I was like, yo, it wasn't the point of you cheating. It was the type of chick you was cheating with. Like, you went to the bottom of the barrel, my dude.
Oh, he
like,
went to the bottom of the barrel because when everything hit the fan, I investigated. I had a conversation with the girl. I went to her house.
Oh my gosh!
But now this is after the fact that I had calmed down, because I remember after the Walmart incident, I remember him coming. My car, he drove a Geo Prism back then, and I had a Metro, and we was outside under the hood. He was looking at my car, and this little bitty Nissan truck, you know those little bitty two-door Nissan truck throwbacks. She came through there. I can tell the story now because these are the facts. But so we out there under my hood, and somebody come through there and say BITCH. I was like, they crazy. You know, look, really didn't know.
Right.
You know me. Turned out the fact she came back through. She stopped. She said, I'm talking about you. Baby, he had forgot who he had got with. I'm straight. I'm a lady, but I'm straight hood. I got it. I put that hood down. I got in my car. I roared right behind. And if I tell you we ended up at the Sonic, I got out the car. I'm ready to fight. Here he comes driving up, trying to break us up and stuff. So anyway, make a long story short, she was just telling me how long they've been doing this, X, Y, Z, and all that kind of stuff. And so anyway, me and the girl end up talking, having like woman-to-woman conversation. To her house. I walk in the house. I'll get even madder at him, not her, because I want all the details now. This is the type of heifer that she got clothes all on the floor.
And she dirty.
Mattress on the floor. So when I go back home, I'm like, are you kidding me? So years later, y'all, I'm telling you, he said, I had never had my penis sucked ever. And he said, you never did that. I tried to ask you, I asked you to do it, and you said that was nasty.
Yeah. Well,
the fact that men will go just for one little thing, you would go to a chick who got dirty clothes and a mattress on the floor.
Baby, she I'm sitting there, I'm telling you.
Well, then again, like, look, that's a whole deeper conversation because, believe it or not, it's not the looks that most men want. It's different other things.
So
that makes a person.
What's the other thing, Josh, that make y'all cheat with the?
Well, no, I'm saying that again. It can become like, you know, a person getting a blowjob or whatever. The woman doing what he likes. You know, key is this. Anything is give a person what they like. That's how you keep a job. That's how you keep customers. Give it to a person the way they like it. And looks don't matter. Like, again, most people cheat. They're cheat with a person who give what they like. And that's why they won't tell. They love this person, but they like this. I love you, but I like her.
I've been single since 2015, no lie. And now I'm to a point now, I might just be set in my ways, but not in the bad type of way. Yeah. But I am at a point now where I hear so many stories now about relationship and marriages. I have to say it's a little scary for me. And then the other side of me, I really enjoy, and this is sad to say, I really enjoy being to myself. Like, when I go upstairs and take this shower, all I got to do is snug up under this pillow, and I ain't got to worry about him nothing.
Nobody rubbing on your booty like
nothing. On my hot breath on my other side of my pillows, like. At 46 years old, I'm so scared. I am so scared. I'm so scared that I'm gonna meet my Mr. Right for me, and I've been single for so long. I'm not gonna know how to date him.
Well, see, that's why. Like I tell people, single, stop being single, go out and date. You don't need to marry a person. You don't need to be in a committed relationship. Just get out and get out and date and know what it feels like to talk, communicate, love, give love, receive love. Because the challenge of people who don't date and they're single is that when somebody good come around, guess what they do? They push them away because they're not used to it. And they're scared.
Guys, you know what's so funny about this? This is real. This is a real life story. Me and my friend Rashad, we've been friends for many, many, many years. We tried to date many years ago, but it just didn't work out. But we remained the best of friends ever. So me and him was talking one night, and I both on y'all not. Me and him both said it sounds good. It ain't even off the table that let's just be great platonic friends, companionship, enjoy life,
Yeah.
travel together, and not be in a
okay.
relationship, not set. When he said no sex, I was like, I might can do this.
So y'all would be basically together,
Together, but
just y'all don't have sex with one another. So
that's
who does he
what
have sex with?
happens. Huh?
Who would he be able to have sex with? Anybody?
Anybody that I don't need to know.
Oh,
Oh, that's not bad, I guess.
Like I would even as long as he didn't. I like I told him, as long as you don't bring it home. As long it's crazy that I'm thinking like this, but I'm so sick of the bull crap in relationships where I understand as much fun as him and I have had and do have.
Mhm.
The only thing that comes K thing is when you're talking about being faithful to somebody. And each time I get involved with someone, it very could be me, but I'm sick and tired of going down that road of okay, are you cheating? I'm so sick of that conversation.
but
So
we gotta do. I'm telling
But
you,
wouldn't he be? So you wouldn't think he was? So with your relationship, if he's sleeping with other
somebody said
people,
bullshit.
that's my other brother.
you gonna watch that one day. You're like, oh man.
That's
You
my
know,
other brother.
I can say I can say that I'm single because I am extremely scared. I really am.
Aw.
I am extreme. I
But
choose
look at this. I think
I just
I think you're scared because you're not getting out there and you're not just enjoying life, hanging out. No matter what you
your
do.
ass off of this podcast. Your ass ain't scared. I was talking about so am I.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
Oh, Isaac.
you know, I've learned this. I learned this. Sometimes you would never experience what you want until you do what you're scared to do.
That's true.
And you got to take that chance. Like I said, this, the best way to do it, I say this: just go out and be friends, meet people. Don't date them. Don't get in a committed relationship. Just hang out. And then when you find out one person that will say, "No, what? I get you, and you get me, and you're enough for them, and they're enough for you," because they're out there. There are people out there that you're enough for. The problem, most people, they date the wrong people or they marry the wrong people that they're not enough for. And
Yeah.
so, matter of fact, we're gonna do a show in a couple of weeks about what men want and then what women need. Because I think a lot of stuff, a lot of people say this. We learn this. A lot of people date wrong. A lot of people
They
marry
pick
wrong.
wrong. A lot of people marry wrong.
Yeah,
A lot.
and that's a problem. It's not the relationship part or cheating. You just marry on you fall in love. You get entangled with the wrong people, then your heart get broken. But again, you can't win without risking losing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's
Yeah, love
all right,
is a
guys. Let's talk about the next topic.
Love is a risk.
Chris Rock special. Now we have to talk about this. This is one of the most heated things on the internet right now. Um, you know, so what you gotta think about the Chris Rock special, Saveda?
He got paid 40 million. Congratulations to that, but that show sucked.
Oh my
The last 10 minutes of it when he was talking about the Will Smith stuff. Other than that, this is exactly how I was watching it. It was just like, it was not funny whatsoever to me. But I did like the last 10 minutes or so.
Did you think he went too hard on a lot of people saying he went too hard on Jada? Like they felt like he
No, because I'm not a Jada fan either. Jada, I feel like is those. I don't like women like Jada that use their body and their beauty to get. Don't get me wrong. I understand that the man is his choice to be stupid, but I just feel like that. I don't know neither. I don't know Jada. I don't know Will. They out of my reach. But I will say, just for what we have learned over the years, I feel like that he should belong to someone that truly loves him and understand that her body, as a whole, as a married couple, that's his body as well, and she should
Mhm.
giving her body to somebody else. And let alone, why are you dealing with your children's
Uh,
friends? Like,
I'm like, at least get somebody that earns as much as I do.
Who you telling?
right,
Don't get
right.
no
So,
kids.
but I think Chris Rock. Well, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do when everybody kept saying, "Why is he not saying that?" And I said, "This nigga going to make some money," and he made 40 mil off of Netflix talking
Yeah.
about it. Because and then he went on a tour. Everybody thought he was going to be talking about it like at his
While he's on
shows and
tour.
stuff.
Yep.
So his tickets were are just selling like
Selling out.
crazy. So he did his thing. He did
Hey, look at this. I think this. I don't think he really. Joy, what do you think about the show? Before I give my comment.
All right, so I was never a big Chris Rock fan. Like, I don't think Chris Rock, he's not on my top, 5 comedians. Like, so, I'm not, some of the stuff was funny and stuff, but he's not my comedian. He's not my type of comedian. Like, I like Bernie Mac or Cat Williams. Like, those are like my type of comedians, right? But I believe that he did what he needed to do when it came down to, he made a lot of valid points about, Will Smith having his, choosing when to feel like he want to be outraged because, bro, you cannot tell me now all of a sudden you want to ride for this woman, the same woman that every time she get on her little red table talk, put you down. And like he said, ain't nobody ever cheat on nobody and then get interviewed by the person that cheated on them. Like, oh yeah, I sucked this dick. How does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever do that. And I think and the fact that this woman had the goal to put you in that, to let us see you in that way, even if that's the way you are at home, even if at home she runs everything, she tells you what to do, even if she called you everything but a child of God at home, we the public shouldn't have known that simply because you have an image that you and your agent and your manager, y'all all built up just to sit around here and let this little woman with her, we all know she out there, but let her put you, not only sit up here and say, because mind you, prior to her telling us she slept with August, she had this Negro on the red table talk.
Yes, she did.
Oh wow!
So you already had him back at the house because red table talk is filmed in the house that Will pays for. So you had him back at the house doing the whole red table talk with him. Then you're gonna come out, oh yeah, we was in an entanglement, and make your husband have to sit there and be like, yo, you slept with our son's friend, and now you want to tell me this in front of cameras and have me sit here looking like a goofball. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, like, and then you're gonna make it seem like because he said she looked like G.I. Jane.
Yeah, I feel like there was something else behind that. Yeah. I feel like it was something else behind that slap. I don't know what it was.
And I'm like, and you gonna
but that slap made Chris 40.
Yeah, you gonna go try smack
$40 million.
You wouldn't have done that to somebody else. You wouldn't have done that to a 50 Cent. You wouldn't even have done that to a Diddy. You wouldn't have done that to,
Steve Harvey. He wouldn't have done that.
You wouldn't have done that to no Steve Harvey. No. You definitely wouldn't have done it to Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey would have gave you the business. He would have got up out that suit real quick on you. So my thing is, you got to choose someone that you knew that would just, almost cower down so that you could feel like you get puffed up. And you doing it, and my thing is, you doing it for a chick who's a slut bucket, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's your wife. And trust me, you can walk on the street and think you're gonna smack me if you want to. This wig will come off again, okay? Or you will. I don't care at that point. And I'll sue you. But your wife's a slut bucket. Everybody knows this. No one sits around and think of her. I guarantee you there's no rich, accomplished man in the industry or not in the industry who say, you know what, I need a woman like Jada by my side. I guarantee you this.
I could not see anything from the TV view because we don't know them personally that made him a better man. What I did see was we knew Jada, I knew her, we knew her from Set It Off, we knew her from whatever that other show she did. But
we knew her from Tupac.
Yeah, but who really made her was Will, because we really didn't hear a lot about her until she married him. Yeah. So he brought value to her. But
Exactly.
I've never seen nothing where someone can say, I want to be like Jada. She made Will a better man. I
Or a
want to
different world. Yeah, she's a different world.
Nope. You ain't
Yeah.
you ain't never see that because she doesn't bring that as a woman. As a
Exactly.
woman, she's trash. Like she
Right.
is the greatest thing happened to her was Will Smith.
Exactly.
That was the greatest thing that ever had happened to her. And my thing is for you to now try to create a platform and then you just basically degrade your husband every chance you get, whether it's like, oh yeah, well, I felt like he did my 40th birthday party and that was the biggest gloating or whatever she said it was to him. And he was like, yo, I took time out thinking it was an amazing thing. And she said she thought I was doing it for me. And I'm just like, this
What
woman,
really
like,
broke my heart is when did you see the interview when it was on the Red Table Talk when she was saying that she did not, it took everything for her to marry him. Her mom made her marry him. She didn't marry him.
Oh,
And
wow.
she married him because she was pregnant.
Wow.
So for me,
oh wow.
there are men like Will. I don't know him, but it just seemed like even though he's a very handsome man, it just seems like Jada was the type of woman that he didn't think he could ever get. Physical appearance, her style, the way she moved, and then once she put that thing on him, it was a soul tie, and he couldn't shake it. I'm just saying, because I don't know what man will continue to be with a woman or run after a woman that degrades him like that. Like it does not stand up for him. Like it just made no sense for me.
That's crazy.
For me, the slap that he did was fake. It was almost if, okay, I'm gonna go up and slap him for Jada, but I really don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't make any sense to me. But go back to the Chris Rock show. I feel like his brother Tony is way more funnier than him. I seen his brother live in DC at the Improv. He is way more funnier than Chris Rock. Chris Rock is so political type. Like you have to. On the show. It was more like, okay, he finna give me a good one now, and then he don't give it to you, and it's like, it just.
No, I think the special was good. I think he talked a lot about a lot of different people, especially was it Marco, Meghan Markle.
Yeah. Oh, Meghan Markle.
Yeah, like I agree. I'm like, how you gonna complain about you black married to a white family? They complain that, oh, they racist. Of course,
they've been racist.
Exactly. They've been racist. I'm like, you're like,
but you gotta realize that's also the same woman who said, no, I never had a problem with being. She said she never felt like a black woman. She don't feel like she was ever treated like a black black woman.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, because I think she's like half white. Is she half?
Yeah, she's half white.
She got more of her white genes than anything.
Yeah. No one. Yeah, you live in America. That's why you light skinned it. But you go to Britain though. You're not white.
About their marriage. I thought when they said he married a black woman, I thought it was all three of our complexions. I have to depending on the hairdo that she has. To me, she's a white woman. I mean, just by appearance. So
yeah.
I really didn't
and I agree. I think Chris Rock made a lot of just valid points. A lot of women say, "Oh, he offended black women." I'm like, man, come on.
A lot of black women feel like he disrespected black
women. I'm like, he's a comedian. This is what he does. He tells jokes and get paid $40 million. Stop hating on the brother.
And my thing is, because they were like, it seemed like he was venting at the end. And my thing is, for those people, y'all must have been punched in the face.
He got slapped. And we heard it around the world. I'm like,
I know, man, dudes who got into fights and 2, 3, 4, 5 years later talk about, yo, if I see that nigga again where it's born, that nigga was this, blah, blah, blah. I know that type of anger. If you get punched in the face and you get beat up and, you got to sit around and tell. Now, just imagine that being multiplied millions of times because you got constantly people talking about it for this whole year. You got people, you got Will coming back. A grown man
got slapped by another grown man on national television. Come on. That's embarrassing. You got to go home to your children. You got to go home to your ex-wife. You got to go home to your mama, your brother, and say, what the heck? And you couldn't again, do not think what you.
But when I feel like that slap was a calculator, I think at that moment Chris stood back was like, I
Oh
got,
yeah.
I need these coins right now, and he
Yeah.
got them 40 million coins. So
He
Hey.
did. Because he got the Sonic ring smacked out of him for sure. I heard ding, 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 ding. I was like, is he just gonna sit there?
But I think
Got the
also I
Sonic
think
ring smacked
when you
out
talk about Chris the Kardashians said they accept anybody.
yeah,
And they will. No, they accept rich people. They accept rich black people. You gotta
Rich,
be a rich black
excuse me,
man.
yeah.
I
You can't
will
just be-
say I feel like that
Crazy, like you said, crazy.
Wow.
Bipolar.
Huh?
I think the style of his stand up is sort of like Dave Chappelle, but Dave Chappelle is funnier than he is. It's more
I find Dave Chappelle
political.
funny.
You said
Well, see, again, I agree. I'm not a big Chris Rock fan. I know he's very edgy, but I'm like this, yo. When we already know Chris Rock. We know what he's gonna say. We know. So again, I'm like this. But I think he did a real good job
as Pookie. And that's it.
as telling a lot of good jokes. You know, I think when he said I want to get hit by Shook Smith.
Yeah.
I said, they were talking about the rapper hell. I don't want to diss nobody. I don't need another mad rapper come up on the stage.
Yeah. I think he needs to stick with movies. I really do. Same thing as like with Monique. I like Monique in movies versus her stand up. I think.
He said my dad could not say he's a woman and I accept it. Nope. Guess what? Hey guys, if you enjoyed the Chris Rock special, what part was good to you? Tell us a joke, a line that you think was very funny. I think it was hilarious. I think I'm not a real Chris Rock fan, but I thought the whole show was really good. You know,
Josh, you probably the only person on this earth that tried the whole show. It just was not funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have laughed harder tonight on the show than I did at the Chris Rock.
Well, this is not a Chris Rock special, so you know, let's talk about it.
But I'm just saying we have laughed harder tonight about different things than I did. I don't know if I was sleepy or what, but all I know is when Cat Williams, when Bernie Mac when he was alive, when Steve Harvey, all of them, whenever they have did stand up, my stomach was hurting from laughing. But Chris Rock, he just needs to stay with Pookie. No.
Yeah, I just think he just was. I think depending on your kind of humor.
Yeah.
You know, I like comedians who can tell a story, and like you could just see, like through them telling the story, you could just see everything. You could see the people that they're talking about. You can imagine the fights and the conversations. Those are the kind of comedians that I just are drawn to. Comedians where you can like, it's just hilarious. And when you can, I like comedians where you can go months and just think about that same joke and it still make you crack up. Like
exactly, like Bernie Mac.
Exactly. Everybody always remember the Bernie Mac. You go downstairs, give me some of them cookies. Like everybody see those
yeah.
Like tell you truth, look at this. I don't.
And then get some
I don't think Steve Harvey was a really hilarious stand-up comedian. He's funny on talk show.
No.
I don't think he was.
Younger days, but as an elder today, he's not funny to me in stand-up.
Yeah.
I think he's funny on the radio.
Family Feuds, that's his nick. I like
Right. He's good for that type.
On his show, he's funny on the show, but I don't think like in stand-up. I'm like, he's Steve Harvey.
Yeah. I could do without.
But like anything else, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah. But I don't think that Chris Rock disrespected black women. I think black women.
No.
You ain't never been punched in the face. Let somebody walk up in your job and smack you and tell me if you're gonna be talking nicely about those people 5 minutes from now or a year from now.
Yeah. And when he called Jada a B, I'm like, whoa.
I said whoa too, but he did call
he said this big,
a hard one too.
Now look. I didn't know this, but she said this. She said that before it happens that he should get fired from the Oscars because Will Smith didn't get a award for concussion.
I never even
Eight.
seen the movie Concussion, so I know it had to be.
I
bad,
seen it,
'cause I
and it
didn't
wasn't that
see
good
it.
either.
Well,
So
I
I'm like,
would say this: the slap did not make me say I'm not going to watch another Will Smith movie because I can't wait till they do this last Bad Boys. I'm gonna be there front row
Oh,
seat
oh yeah, yeah.
with my blanket in the movie.
Not a
I'm
blanket.
girl. I have a blanket that I take to the movies, and I'm gonna be right on up in there
A
watching.
blanket.
Speaking of movies,
You,
and I
you
know
might
we're
as well
talking
wait till it come on
about
Netflix. You know, it'll be on Netflix the next day.
I mean, certain movies I like to be in the theater to watch. So,
Yeah.
like just like Creed 3, I went to see about a week ago, and it is so good.
Is
Oh my
it?
god, it's so good. Yes,
I
it's
might go
good.
watch it.
It's okay. I'm like,
It's
to
okay.
me,
You
the
seen it too?
storyline is a
I
storyline.
know he did not praise this Chris Rock.
Well, no, I'm saying it's good. The storyline was good, but like again, you know, we already know the storyline. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm in my mind. I already know. Okay, what's gonna happen? Somebody's gonna be underdog. It's like kind of the sound, the graphics, and the displays of it enhances it, and not makes another Rocky movie. But again, you know, we already know the storyline of that boxing movie.
Yeah, you know, Rocky was, from what I read, Rocky was not in this one. He didn't help with it because they had a disagreement on
Mm.
how things should actually go in the movie. So I thought he did really good, just
Yeah.
not to have Rocky's, well,
Yeah, I think this is
Sylvester Stallone's input.
yeah, this is directorial debut, right?
Yeah,
All right.
All right, so
representing New York.
let's good segue. Let's talk about our last topic. We got about 15 minutes left.
All right.
Michael B. Jordan. So Joy was talking about there's a rumor going around saying that
It ain't no rumor. It's a
it's not a rumor. It's been all on social media.
So what's been going around is that, and for those people who are from Newark, who are you know, in my generation,
Brick City,
younger,
where you at? If you're in
you
Brick
know what
City,
I'm saying?
leave a
And
comment.
Michael B. Jordan grew up there, and he was known around the school and everything else as being
What school?
corny. Science High downtown.
Oh yeah, he's corny. He's corny. He went to science.
Look, even Josh going too corny. Josh ain't.
He went to science high. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
He ain't go to Malcolm X Bass. He ain't go to Weekway. He ain't go to West Side. He did science high. Yeah, he was corny. Yeah, he just lucked up, and made it big, and now because he got some money, everybody thinks he's hot.
You sound like a hater right now, Josh.
Right.
I'm not a hater. I'm
Well, the
good.
thing
I'm
about it
good.
was, they called him corny because, you know, he used to be the kid that walk around with headshots and stuff like that, because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to act. And years ago, he was on one of those soap operas for a small stint of time as well when he was younger. But he I forgot what award show or something, or it may have been his it may have been Creed's viewing or something like that, and somebody was L'Oreal, I believe it was, she was interviewing, you know, everybody who's come through, and he said, oh yeah, Michael B, you know, the one you call corny.
Yep.
So now it got to a conversation where people were saying, like, you know, is he corny? And unfortunately, a lot of our sisters were saying, yeah, they think he's corny. They think he's like, there are guys that's like him that they perceive as corny. See, and like I say, I grew up in Newark too, and I dated the hood, I dated the drug dealers, I dated the people that was making it happen. And guess what? I get me a corny mofo in a second now.
That part.
Look, trust me,
Right on
I
over.
want someone who knows how to put sentences together. I need someone who go into outside of a boardroom and make some stuff work, because that equals dollars. All that, nah, I mean, what's up, yo? Da-da-da-da. Yo, look at my J's. That don't make no money.
And I can't stand that. Opinion sagging and all that.
Exactly. Like, who wants that? So I think women have to change their mindset about what they consider corny, because I don't necessarily think that's corny. I look at it as you being a man, you being on your grown man. And with him being a young boy who knew what he wanted, and now look at him. He may have been the guy holding up the headshots, saying, "Oh, I'm got headshots and stuff like that." But this brother out here doing his thing, the same thing he wanted to do as a kid. He got to live his dreams. Meanwhile, y'all chasing Pookie and Rara and Man, and them niggas got 18 baby mamas. You know, they done did their second bid, hoping they not catch a third charge, and they can't get a job at McDonald's.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what do you think, Josh? Because you called him corny.
I want a corny dude because they take showers before they get in the bed at night.
Yeah.
I want to do to come
Wait,
straight
yeah,
home and just I don't want to do to come straight home and just jump in the bed. I want a corny dude. They take showers at night before.
Exactly.
Well, I can relate to Michael B. Jordan because I'm not one of those I'm not a hood guy. I will be considered corny. But guess what? I'm good at what I do though, so I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the coins to prove it. I'm good.
Exactly.
Okay.
So again, I agree. Some women, but most women, some people chase the excitement of the thug. Speaking slang. But again, we in environments like I am in, with people that have money, they don't want to hear all that slang stuff. They want to hear that you get some sentences. You're gonna need to be able to talk in front of people and not be afraid because in order to get ahead, I'm sure Michael B. Jordan experienced this. You got to be able to be in a room and be intimidated, but still show people you can hold your own.
Right.
But I like a dude that I can learn from because I'm from the hood, but I'm not ghetto. You know what I'm saying? We lived in the projects because we were a little bit less fortunate when I was a child. But I like an intelligent guy, and if that's corny, then it is what it is. But I always have loved somebody that I can learn from because I don't want to be known as a know-it-all. Teach me because that's so sexy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want no intelligent fool. Like when I say intelligent fool, I mean we got to be able to talk about any and everything. We just can't be talking about what happened on Fox News every single day.
Who watch Fox News?
Mars is not gonna be come on.
Yeah. I like men who are I call them corporate thugs.
Yeah, I like a thug with a little bit more.
Yes.
You better wear a suit in the daytime and throw some Nikes on it later.
Look. I gotta tell people like my dude I got now. When I tell you he's a straight corporate thug, because trust me, this brother is crazy. He's crazy in real life, but when I tell you, and I'm guessing this is his upbringing or whatever. Because if you talk to him, like he can talk to anybody, he can have a conversation with anybody about anything. Like he just has a lot of knowledge. But when I tell you this would be the same dude, if it came to it, he'll jump out that truck on you.
Right.
And it ain't no problems. I gotta remind him like, babe, you got too much to lose, babe. Get in a truck. Get back in the truck, babe. You got too much to lose.
I like the corporate type of guy. He's well behaved,
Yes.
Your church, he's suited up for the church,
yes.
all that. But if he mess with his baby, he'll put them timbers on.
He'll jump out on you.
He'll put them timbers on you.
And I'm like, I'm here for all that. I'm like, give me all that, baby. Give me two doses of that.
You come out of line with Savannah, he's like, what you say about Savannah? Savannah what?
Yeah.
As a, and but happen again, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. That sometimes we're chasing, I think, a fantasy or looking for something. I think you got to be versatile. You got to be proper enough to be able to advance, but still a little hood. To or have a little swag.
Look,
to
the
you.
streets don't sleep. The streets
you gotta have
You got to be able to know, like, look, I can get out on you now.
Yeah.
Don't let this suit fool you.
Because look at this. Nobody wants to be around nobody that's boring.
Right, exactly.
That's a whole different show.
I don't want to come home and feeling sexy. I don't thought about my baby all day long. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna go put my thigh high boots on, and I'm gonna stop it right there. But you know what I'm saying? He'd be like, he up there reading a book, be like, babe, not tonight. I don't want that. I need him to do them glasses like this.
Exactly.
Let me put these on a table.
Nightstand. I'll come back to that. What you say now with these boots on?
Okay. Shut up, John.
Oh man.
Tracy said, look at Jay-Z. He can do both. Yeah. But
Yeah.
this is a holy show, so I ain't gonna go too far into that. But
Yeah,
I
but
heard,
Jay-Z is
but
more,
I heard
I
Jay-Z
see
working
Jay-Z
with a
is more
monster.
hood though.
I'll say again.
Jay-Z just, I see Jay-Z as more hood. Jay-Z just
Yeah.
happened to find himself in, you know, different quarters. See, I the way my corporate thug would be like
50 cents.
nah, because 50 Cent remind me of Jay-Z. Like they're more hood, where it's I'm trying to think of a person that I could actually see and be like, you know what, he's corporate thug. Now they are corporate thugs, because I mean they have to be, but when you think about them, the first thing, you don't think of them speaking proper, you think of, you know, the hood side of them first.
Yeah.
You know, that's what comes to your mind. Even like somebody like Nas. Don't sleep on Nas. Nas out here.
I would
getting
get
money.
ready to say Nas.
Oh yeah.
Nas making money behind the scenes. He don't really,
Yeah.
you know, he ain't really out here, but Nas doing his thing.
I think my friend from Texas that I was talking about, Rashad, don't get it mixed up with Murad, but Rashad, he's a corporate.
Oh, you just like those odds, huh? You like
girl.
those odds.
But I think Rashad is a corporate thug because it just, if he was on the show tonight, you would never think you'd be like, he ain't got a thug piece of thug in hell. But but like he said, can't nobody ever tell him Savannah can't be here and there with you, because guess who finna leave? They finna leave. Yeah. He wish you would say something about Savannah.
Yeah, see, and that's my thing. Like, that's why I said with my guy, because if you hear my guy talk, my guy's very proper. If you heard him on the phone, you probably would think he was a white man. You automatically assume.
Because Rashad is he stays on the golf court. He's retired. He's
really
okay.
Oh yeah, he's set nicely. He's single, but at the same time, he just don't want to be in a relationship. He'll say in a minute, I'm not relationship material, but he'll take you anywhere in the world you want to go and have a wonderful time. But at the same time, if you say something bad about Savannah, he will put you in your place, because he knows me. And if you know a person for so many years and you know their character, you know how they roll, you know how they are, when you try to come sideways towards them, if they're truly your friend, they're gonna stand up for you and be like, hey, now you need to squash that.
Right.
So and that's how he is. And I said, look at your little thug in ya.
Hey, you need look at this. You need a man that's on a golf course, because if you're on a golf course, guess what? He got some money.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been knowing him for many years. He's been retired since his 30s, so he's been. Yeah. And he's set off nicely. He's really a great guy though. He really is.
Jennifer said Will Smith is a corporate dog. Oh yeah, no doubt. That slap showed how much of a thug he is.
he would have slapped Bernie back though. That's that.
Oh, definitely not. No.
He a son.
He's a selective thug.
Bernie Mac would say there'll be some furniture moving in this mother.
Exactly. I need somebody that on the Oscar thing, you come smack him, they gotta go immediately to commercial, because everything about to stop. Like, you ain't gonna let that thing continue on. I need
it's gonna be a misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's gonna be a complete misunderstanding.
That guy tried Dave Chappelle. Guess what happened? They took him in the back. His boys got him.
Look, everybody ran out on that stage, boy. I'm
gonna rush Dave Chappelle, and guess what? He got both.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle ain't playing them games.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle made way too much money.
I think what Tony Rock said after Chris Rock got smacked. He said, "Hey, you gonna be to the stage? You be nominated nothing but the hands."
Okay. Oh my God! I tell you, this has been a nice show, guys. I tell you.
Hey guys, this is what we're all about. We're all about having funny topics, inspirational topics, and educational topics, and just having a whole lot of fun. But and at the same time learn something. I hope you enjoyed the show. We thank you all for your comments and interactions. Please. Yes. Go to our channel on YouTube and subscribe to our channel and make some comments and help us get to 100 subscribers. We want to do that hopefully by the end of the year or sooner. But hey,
we're gonna start doing something on here.
But guess what? We got some more good shows coming up. Matter of fact, we're gonna be working on a show called "What Men Need and What Women Need." I mean, it's gonna be interesting, and hopefully Saveda will be able to come back on, and then we're gonna have our bestie Isaac on with us.
We will be there. We will be there.
Guys,
Yes, indeed.
yeah. Any last words, Saveda? Oh yeah, by the way, Saveda has a podcast. She left us. She left us from on Facebook and went to Instagram. So you can catch her on Instagram. Hey, what's your Instagram handle?
It still come through with Saveda.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Okay.
it's on Thursdays at 6:30. But I don't do them as I used to. So whenever I do have a show, I actually will promote it.
Promote it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have you guys on because y'all are PK kids. Well, you're a reverend, so definitely gonna have you guys on there soon. Talk about some interesting conversations dealing with.
Anytime. Also, get a shout out. Okay. Go ahead.
But no, thank you guys for having me on tonight. Look, I'm gonna need y'all to up y'all time because I'm so sleepy. It's my night. I'm sleepy.
I also want to give a shout out to our brother John, our oldest brother John.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching on YouTube. So
Is John the Armstrong John? Okay.
Yeah.
John must not be a reverend because he said bull.
No, he's not a reverend. No, he's not.
Far from it. You're far from that. He that street dude we was talking about.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, I like his swag. He's swag out. He's swag-goo, okay? John don't play no games.
Hey, Joy, got any last words?
Final thoughts is that I really don't have too much to say. I thank you guys for your interactions. Thank you guys for always supporting us. We'll be replying to your comments and stuff as the next few days or whatever. So continue to click back in and respond to whatever we reply to. And we just want to thank you guys. Be sure to like this video, share it if you can, and just let everybody else know about us. And we want to thank you guys again for your support. And thank you, Saveda, for coming out and chilling with us on this Thursday. I know you tired. I done drunk me my whole iced coffee.
I have cleaned so many teeth today. Jesus. I'm telling you, I'm tired. Listen, also, guys, I wanted to tell y'all to make your show shareable because, like this show, Josh, you didn't have the share button on there, so I couldn't share it even for. It just had sin, and when I tried to even send it to myself, it says that the owner of this post has restrictions or something like that.
Oh no, I think I did it afterward because somehow I had to go on Facebook and actually make it public.
Yeah, on Facebook is what I was talking about because I was trying to share it yesterday, last night, but it wouldn't allow me to share it.
I don't think it will because what happens is that when you post it on Facebook through StreamYard, it goes private. So after the show start, I have to actually go to my Facebook page and actually make it public.
Well, do that before I can start sharing it because that way you can get more views.
Okay. I'll just send you a link to our YouTube page and stuff like that. We have a link tree now that they can go to link tree that would connect them to Facebook Live and YouTube Live and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yep. Thank you. Well, guys, once again, we thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we see you next time. Enjoy. What you want to tell them?
And like always, guys, never let nobody steal your joy. We'll see you later. Ciao.
Guys, have a good night.
Good night.